Okay, this is part 3. This should be short and sweet. As I was going through the recordings, I have some stuff that I left out that's probably pretty important. There's probably stuff that I even forgot here. So we'll just go over a couple items. Okay, again, this code, I didn't optimize it. I didn't run a cycle count on it. I just put it in there, and I kind of code for it if I'm trying to explain stuff to people. I don't like using shortcuts, try to make it so it's understandable, because there's a lot of things you can do, moving registers around, and it's just playing with the code to speed it up. So I didn't optimize it then. Other thing is going to talk about here is palette merge and multiple backgrounds. Okay, let's do this palette merge. See what that means. Can I get this mouse to work? There we go. Okay, that's the palette registers that I had. The top 3 came out of that CoCo SC. The backgrounds, there's 3 of them. I had Zap, I had Swipe, and I had our old friendly Twisty. Okay, and you can see that Zap and Swipe both used 8 colors. Used the first 8 palette registers, and the Twisty one only used 5: 0, 7, 42, 56, and 63. Okay, so that was fine. Now my Rocket Sprite, it only had 4 colors. I got them down here on the end. Okay, so internally in the program, I never showed you this here, is when I brought the palette coming in from the program, where the Twisty was in there, was bringing in that background. I brought in this 07, 02, brought that in, and then I merged together my one from the Rocket. I merged them 2 together. Ended up like this bottom line here says merge. It had the Twisty stuff, and on the end the Sprite stuff. And then when I did the other backgrounds in there, I merged them together. These 4 bytes here was at the tail end, so they was all coordinated and they worked together. It's not that easy a chore, so you have to determine what you're doing and come up with, say, okay, my sprites can only going to be, we got 16 colors, which is a lot more than the 4 on the old color computer, but let's just say you limit yourself to 6 colors on your sprites. That means that you only have 10 colors for your background. I know you can do things like, if you look here, okay, this the rocket ship sprite has a 63, which is white. If you look up here, and the Twisty had a 63, had a white, and the Swipe had a 63. I don't know how you'd ever figure that out. You'd be a nightmare trying to guess all this stuff. So just work with it, and just remember, you got to coordinate it somehow. If you're just doing a one-of program, no problem. You can just have one big old palette and just grab them whatever you want. Trying to build that Sprite to use them colors, it's going to take some work, but just want to let you know there is not a problem. It's something you need to do out there. And last but not least, if I can find my other screen, I did multiple screens on the part 2 at the end there. We did the Zap and the Swipe and the Twisty. And that was all done with running the same program. What I did was, in that basic program, I asked you what one you want to look at, and all it did was a poke. This instruction right here, which was up at the beginning of the program. Remember, I loaded up block 0 and said, here's where our picture's at. Okay, I just did a poke here at E60, which is this 1 byte right here, the 00 byte. I poked a 1 in there, and it used block 1. I poked a 2 in there, and it used block 2. Remember, the program was able to detect what was inside that backgrounds based on the information passed back and forth. So all I had to do was poke something in there to use a different background. So it wasn't wasn't that hard to do. I mean, that's not the way you'd want to normally do something, but internally, if you had a program with multiple backgrounds, all you'd have to do is to, in a sense, change that byte and re-expand that background thing. So that's how I was able to do the multiple backgrounds. It was I don't think I left that kind of hanging out there. With that, we are going to do the final zap. I've zapped this thing at the end of it just too many times, so I'm not going to have a part 4 expand this. So it is done. So zap out.